All right, welcome to Rokani Media Football. It's a Sunday. On Sunday I really come in a little bit late because I just want to rest, guys. We always have a busy week and hope you're not complaining of the amount of content I'm obviously bringing to you onto the Rokani Media Football. So, how are you guys? How is your Sunday? The Christians will come back to church. I know the born agains are really in for some evening services, and we thank God for the gift of life, and may the Lord give you the best that you guys deserve. And the Muslims, Barakallahu fikum. It's a Sunday. We are getting into another week of the month of December, and things are obviously heating up like never before. Let's see close to 200 likes much in this video as Mikel Arteta comes out to be furious at the Arsenal players because of their lazy performance at Aston Villa, a game that he believes they would have gone ahead to win. He was going ahead to address about the Martinelli substitution and the dominance that Arsenal had that never paid out to even get a point at the Villa Park. So don't forget to subscribe, guys. Our target before the end of this year, it's all about us hitting 20,000 subscribers, and I know we're gonna make it, and you guys are the ones that are obviously gonna lead us to that. Remember, yesterday Arsenal lost to Aston Villa by 1-0. Man United was beaten by Bournemouth at home by 3-0. So even it's not only Arsenal that really lost. Liverpool, if it was not a red card that was given to Jordan Ayew, I don't think they would have gone ahead to get 3 points at the Selhurst Park in there. So let's obviously get into what Arteta had to say after this game of football. Remember, he was banned from the touchline and he really watched this game from the director's box. Now, on the result, Arteta said, "I'm very disappointed with the result, especially with the way we played. I think we deserved much more than what we had. I thought we were the better team. I haven't seen a team do what we did to Villa today since we were here in February. It wasn't enough to win it because we lacked the accuracy in the box, in the opponent's box, to put the ball in the back of the net with the amount of situations that we generated. And this is what I went ahead obviously tell every Arsenal fan outside there in the match reaction that I went ahead to do. I think yesterday night. We really do it we really did it together, and I really told you that, trust me, Villa had surrendered. Villa surrendered everything to Arsenal. That is it. And it was all about Arsenal to compose themselves better in the final third to come out and obviously get that ball in the back of the net, because everything that Arsenal needed to win this game was really possible. Arsenal dominated the midfield. Their wing play was obviously great. Each and every time they wanted to release Bukayo Saka, they went ahead to release him. Martinelli was released close to 3-4 times. Odegaard got 2 chances. Gabriel Jesus, I think he missed out on 1. So you cannot come in here and really say that what Arteta is saying is really not right. What Arteta is saying is 100% right, because it never goes that way. It never goes that way for a team like Arsenal, who went into this game knowing that Liverpool are now on top of the Premier League table with 37 points, and Arsenal knew what exactly they had to do. And you wouldn't like to see to it that you really close that gap to 3. If at all Man City wins against Luton Town, you wouldn't like to see that happen. And that's why Mikel Arteta is talking about his team not obviously doing the right things right, but I was going to hint about Arsenal outplaying and out-dominating this side. They really went ahead to annihilate it, But even though you really have domination of the game and you put in a lot of efforts in there for you without goals scored, the result will stay Aston Villa 1, Arsenal 0. And that's why Mikel Arteta is very disappointed in his players, because the team Aston Villa surrendered. When you look at their bench, they only had one player who could obviously come off and really impact play. I think they're like 2, Jacob Ramsey and this other guy, Moussa Diaby. So it shows you exactly what Arteta was really missing, what was exactly what Arteta was meaning, and why he was really furious at these people, because he knows exactly what his team is capable of doing, especially in the final third of the pitch. And what failed Arsenal to win the game of football yesterday is their reaction, and disjointings in the final third. That's why Arsenal lost the game of football. Can you tell me another reason as to why Arsenal lost yesterday? It's all about that, and that's why Mikel Arteta is furious, because the build-up play from the back was nice, to the midfield was nice. The midfield every time connected to the attack, every time they obviously wanted everything to happen. But something never went on ahead to go on well. And that was none other than the composure in the final third. The end product to the attacks of Arsenal was really, really, really lacking. Then he was asked on Arsenal dominating Aston Villa, dominating the Aston Villa game. He said, we had so many big opportunities. Some of them we didn't even finish when they were completely open. We had to pick the right player to shoot. And when we did it 2 or 3 times, it was an open goal almost. And we didn't manage to score. But there is not much more that we can demand from the team to play every 3 days. To play the way they've done, I'm really pleased, but disappointed because in the end, we didn't have the result that we wanted. And I like Mikel Arteta. He's disappointed, but he's trying to throw in a towel for his players that they've gone ahead to play very many games. I really understand that, but this is what makes this competition of the Premier League a marathon, not a sprint. That is it. So this means Arteta is like demanding more and more and more players, to come in through at Arsenal. And trust me, in that 30 squad member of Arsenal, they need to obviously have more players in that squad. You need a centre forward. You need a right attack midfielder to obviously compete with Bukayo Saka. You need 1 or 2 midfielders in there for you. So, and you need another centre back who can play in the Saliba position. So Arsenal needs more 4, 5 players in that team that will obviously put Arsenal to the next level. Like in such a game, you know that you're going to hate to really play them in the midweek, and you went ahead to have a long game against Luton Town, and the players are going to get tired. Now, you obviously rest them a little bit and really get on players that can obviously do the same work. Like if at all Arsenal had Douglas Luiz yesterday, I think they wouldn't hesitate to start Douglas Luiz ahead of Kai Havertz, Bukayo Saka. If at all you had like Moussa Diaby, you would have gone ahead to start Moussa Diaby and know that Bukayo Saka will come in through and play just 30 minutes. Then Gabriel Jesus, if at all you had like a Victor Osimhen or Ivan Toney or Oli Watkins, you'd start one of those. So I think that's what Arteta is really referring to. That is the hidden message in this. They create big opportunities, but, mentally, you can really wear down. Accept it. Mentally, you can really wear down. And that's exactly what this guy went ahead to obviously do. So, these players look like they need to rest, and that's why I told you that the game on Tuesday, where Arsenal is going to play Netherlands, I want to see Arteta resting these players, They should rest for 7 days as they gear up for Brighton. Then they rest for another 7 days as they gear up for the side of Liverpool before Christmas. So, if you rest Raya, Ben White, Saliba, Gabriel Magalhaes, Declan Rice, Odegaard, I think Kai Havertz will start. Bukayo Saka, Martinelli, and Gabriel Jesus, meaning that Arsenal should see Aaron Ramsdale, Cedric Soares, Jakub Kiwior. I think one defender will come in through. One defender will have to play in that central defense. Maybe Gabriel Magalhaes in there for you, and Jakub Kiwior. Then Jorginho, Kai Havertz, and Trossard in the midfield 3. Front 3, Reece Nelson, Eddie Nketiah, and who else? And maybe, I think Emil Smith-Rowe might surprise us in the midweek to obviously be variable. That is it. So, that's the only option that we really have. And this is the beauty of Arsenal going ahead to obviously win their games, and they're having 12 points. They've gone ahead to qualify to the round of 16 as the side of Arsenal. So, that is exactly what I was going ahead to come to my concern, that Arteta should rest players. But all in all, it's not all good for Arsenal, because this was a game I really thought Arsenal was obviously going to win, but they really never went ahead to do the needful. But you all saw that the chances were there for them to kill off the game, and they didn't. Then Arteta, on taking Gabriel Martinelli off in the second half, this is what he had to say. It was because we started to attack in a way that wasn't too much from his side. we started to rush decisions, play the ball in behind too early and from areas where you aren't going to hurt them, and you get exposed afterwards. I think it was enough to get much more than what we had. So for me, I remember, if I told you went ahead to watch the entire match reaction, I came out and really told you that the only problem that I saw in that game was the way Arsenal made the substitutions. I think you don't take off Gabriel Jesus in a game like that, because he's going to rest. You can even rest him for 7 days. You'd have gone ahead to let him play for 90 minutes. And the reason was simple. This player is the most experienced amongst the 3 forwards of Arsenal. So you get Martinelli off, bring on Eddie Nketiah, let Jesus switch to the left, and Nketiah goes to the center. Take Kai Havertz off, and bring on the player called Trossard to play in the midfield. I think that would have gone ahead to be very, 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 very good, very good a decision made by Mikel Arteta and his manager and his assistants. Obviously see the needful, but I don't know why they never went in for that, because all they needed were 3 points and they didn't get even any. So I know there are controversies of the VAR, but these are things we should start living with, that VAR is going to hate to threaten every manager, that no manager can come out and criticize what the VAR is going to hate to obviously do wrong, and they're trying to scare the managers. Even Mikel Arteta, well asked about the VAR, he said no comment about the controversial decision. So all what you have to do is, when you get your chances, kill them off. When you get your chances, just kill them off, because the more you don't score, then you'll come out to really put in excuses that are really uncalled for. So, to my understanding, all teams have to do is simple. Kill off your games. After killing off your games, the rest will be history. So guys, your thoughts on Arteta, furious at Arsenal players, are welcome in the comment section below. Do you think the disappointment has been backed by well thought about opinions given by Mikel Arteta, or he's obviously trying to put in what we call how is it called? I've forgotten. A hypothetical. He's hypotheticing. And Martinelli being taken off. Do you think it's okay? And your other views about this game of football that you think Mikel Arteta has not gone ahead to talk about. Rokani David remains my name. A sign out for now. See you later. May the living to God bless you abundantly. The Muslims, Barakallahu fikum. And we sign out for now. See you later. And we are the Rokani Media Football. And this is the Arsenal News Show that brings you your latest news and information coming in from all your teams apart from Man United. If you want to view me do the Man United stuff, follow me up on the United Matters channel. Ciao, ciao.